Welcome to another video of Rising Path, and today we are going to discuss how to write a persuasive article, and that is for our paper 2 section A. So first of all, let's discuss the what is a persuasive writing, because as we know that in directed writing we have argumentative or either persuasive writing as according to the new syllabus. So first of all, persuasive writing, what is it? Persuasive writing is a type of writing that aims to convince the reader to adopt a particular point of view, agree with an argument, or take a specific action. So let's have a quick look at the 5 basic features of persuasive writing. Number 1 is a clear thesis statement. What is a thesis statement? That is a concise statement that presents the main argument or claim. Then we have the effective use of evidence, supporting facts, statistics, or expert opinions to build credibility. Number 3 is appeals to emotions, using emotional language or examples to connect with the reader. Fourth feature is logical reasoning. We have to give reason, we have to have the logical weapons, presenting a clear and logical argument to persuade the reader. And on number 5, we have strong conclusion. That is when we are going to end our directed writing question, summarizing the main points and reiterating the thesis statement. So now on this slide you can see some of the model topics that can be included in your persuasive writing task for paper 2. As you can see, 1 to 10, should school uniforms be compulsory? Is social media having a net positive or negative impact on society? Should plastic bags be banned? Is it fair to have a curfew for teenagers? Should recycling be made mandatory? Is it important to learn a foreign language? Number 7, should animals be used for scientific research? Number 8, is it better to live in a city or a rural area? Number 9, should the voting age be lowered? Number 10, is it important to reduce carbon emissions? These topics are designed to be thought provoking and they are relevant to your new syllabus of O-level English curriculum, and they allow the students to develop their persuasive writing skills and present their arguments effectively. So now we are going to discuss some of the key features of and some of the tips and techniques before we are going to discuss the examples of persuasive writing. Now let's apply this DA-Forest technique for our persuasive writing topic, and the topic is, should zoos be abolished? As you can see on the slide, D stands for definition, that is we have given the thesis statement. Zoos are institutions that capture and display wild animals for human entertainment, often under the guise of conservation and education. F stands for facts. Herein we have provided the facts. O for opinion, our own personal opinion. R, that is we are going to add the reasoning, the logical weapons for it, the logic we are going to use for it. Then E stands for emotions. Here you can add the rhetorical questions, so have to have the variety of sentences. S stands for statistics. T for it, either it can be the tone or either it can be the triplet. So here if it is you are going to use the tone, T for tone, then you can use these lines, and one of the popular choices of the forest technique is triplet. So here you can see in this slide, that is how we use the triplets, and what is how we have used the triplet in this topic. As you can see on this slide, by abolishing zoos we can end animal suffering, promote effective conservation, and restore dignity to the wild animals that deserve our respect and protection. So this is how we are going to use the DA-Forest technique on the topic, should zoos be abolished, and that is for our persuasive writing practice. Now let's discuss a few hooks that can effectively capture attention in a persuasive essay. As we all know, a hook is a literary device used to capture the reader's attention. It's typically a sentence or a phrase that sparks curiosity, raises a question, or creates tension, encouraging the reader to continue reading. So let's discuss the various hooks, and the topic is say no to plastic bags, or should we use plastic bags. So as you can see on this slide, the number one is the anecdote hook. So the example: last year a small town transformed overnight when it decided to ban single-use plastics. Next is the question hook. What if you could make a decision today that would ensure a healthier, more sustainable future for generations to come? So rhetorical question can be one of the hooks. Next hook is a quotation hook. The greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it. Then is the statistic hook. Did you know that 8 million metric tons of plastic waste end up in our oceans each year? Then is a bold statement hook. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it is the most pressing moral challenge of our time. Then we have the fact hook. Recent studies have shown that transiting to, so as you can see, this is what we are going to use, this hook for our persuasive writing opening. And then we have the I think this is going to help you a lot. This is one of the most popular choices, and that is a scenario hook. Picture a world where clean air and water are scarce commodities, where natural disasters are frequent and devastating. This is the reality we are hurtling towards if we do not act now. So, using these hooks can help engage your readers from the very beginning and set the stage for a compelling argument in your persuasive essay. Now let's look at some sentence starters to help you write the persuasive articles. As you can see on this chart, these are some of the sentence starters that can help you to write down the persuasive writing articles or speech, and whatever the directed writing question is coming, using the Dove Forest technique. And on the next slide again you can see the persuasive writing sentence starters. So these are categorized as general, specific, personal, and evaluation. On this slide you can also see persuasive writing. Remember, use such words that some believe that. So these are some of the phrases that are going to help you a lot. And now let's look at a sample paragraph, and that is written accordingly what we have learned in our today's lesson. The topic is why screen time can be good. As you can see there, the title is there, the hook is there, background is there, thesis statement, that is topic, and the main argument, and then the main argument 1, 2, and 3. So this is the way you can practice your persuasive writing, and you can use the Dove Forest technique that we have already discussed. On this slide you can see another sample essay that is being written, and we have discussed it in the beginning. Zoos, should they be abolished? So as you can see, it is divided into various paragraphs according to the paper pattern, and according to the whatever the word limit is. We have to divide our directed writing questions into at least 5 to 6 paragraphs. So you can see that how this has been written, following all the instructions that have been given to you. And last but not the least, remember that in a directed writing question you have to learn this VARP acronym. So what is it? V stands for voice, that is the tone and personality of the writer. Then audience, the intended readers. Suppose you're going to address teenagers, suppose it's going to be the audience, they are writing a letter to editor, so you have to select that vocabulary which is appropriate to your audience. Of course, when you're going to select the audience, then the register, that is the level of formality or informality of the language. So you have to check your language. It's going to be formal or informal depending on the nature of the question. You have already learned that we are going to write either it's going to be the speech, article, letter. It can be formal or informal. Magazine article is there. So you are going to practice all these kinds of questions. Of course, report is also there. So this VARP acronym is a valuable tool for writers to consider when crafting their text, ensuring that their writer is effective writing is effective, engaging, and appropriate for their intended audience and purpose. I hope you have learned a lot about the persuasive writing, some of the techniques and tips. Good luck.